Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see, this one is a little bit different. This is actually a fold-out layout that's going in my Chicago album. So what you see is the front, which I've already picked out everything, but what I'm really working on is the inside. So I have a 3x8 slot here that I need to fill. I need to find a pocket card for up here, and then I'm including a selfie. But then also, obviously when I flip this way, I need something on the back. I don't know that I'll get to this part in this video. We'll see how the rest of it goes, but I definitely need to get this inside going. And I will show you. This is the photo that I have. Originally, I thought I was going to use this as a full 6x8 when I had it printed. It has a lovely metallic finish. That is from Nations Photo Lab. If you've never tried their metallic finish, do it. You won't regret it. And then I realized I really needed to cut down some bulk and not have so many flip outs like all over the place. And this one is still a flip out, but at least I'm also incorporating some cards and some other photos. So I'm going to cut this down to 3x8 to fit in there, and probably it'll be pretty close to just what you see in the middle, because I wanted to get a little bit of this front part, and then of course the big fountain at the top in the middle. So I need to cut that down. That'll be step one, and we'll go from there. Okay, I've cut the photo down. This is what I have left here. This is the section I chose to highlight. I wanted to get as much of this part of the fountain as I could, plus this showing over here, so you can see there are two heads happening there. Plus I still get the center area, so I think that worked out well. The other thing I like is that I have a space up here and here. There's a lot of dead space down here, so I could definitely embellish down there with something, which is helpful. Now, when I put it up next to each other, does that work? I think so, but I reserve the right to maybe change this and put it up top or something, depending on the card I find and the embellishments I do. But for now, I think that I like the arrangement. It almost looks like these continue on, because you can see the water here and then it flows right into here, which is kind of cool. And you can see these match. This is the edge right here. So I like the way it looks, but if I need to change it, I will. We'll see what happens. So I did want to point out something quickly, and that is I wanted to actually insert the photo and make sure it fits. I'm kind of new to this, using a 6x8 protector and then folding it, and I don't always get the fold perfect. I've discovered a few where it's slightly not quite centered, and so I have to adjust my photos. This one appears that I did it quite well, because it fits in there, it folds easily. So maybe, given that I'm halfway to 3/4 through, I'm figuring it out and it's working better than when I started. So that's great. So I don't have to worry about, oh shoot, now it's not going to fit and I have to cut it down more. I hate it when that happens. So this makes me feel a lot more confident in what I'm doing. So for my cards, I went into my box of stuff here for Chicago, and I pulled out this card. I like it because it specifically says Chicago on it, which is awesome, and the fact that it's got red in it, because my shirt is red, the colors in the fountain are red, so I figure that's a good choice. It is a little busy because of that grid background, but I think when I embellish, I can make that work. It's got a little bit of black. I could bring in some black somewhere along here maybe, and if I do a label or something and I journal, of course that's going to be in black. So I think I can make it work. Now I will go through here though and look for more stuff embellishment wise that will enhance all of this. But it's been a while since I've worked on this. I had to put it aside for a little bit because I had some other things I needed to take care of. So I kind of don't remember everything that's in here. So it'll be fun to go back to it and see what I find. All right, I've pulled out a bunch of stuff, and first I have to say, it's very early. So perhaps coffee first. Coffee in the morning is always good. I need that to get me going. So with that said, then I'm going to start looking through my stuff here. And I have all these phrases from Allie Edwards that are black. And so I'm thinking, can I get away with using one of those over here? It's quite dark. I would actually prefer a white background with black text. I do have some of those, but I'm not sure the phrases are appropriate. I have some old Tim Holtz ones. I'll have to pull those out and see if they will work because they're not travel themed necessarily like these are, but I might find something in there that is appropriate. All right, so a couple of things. First of all, if I had looked to my left, I would have seen that I had these sitting there. And I like this phrase right here that says enjoying this moment, and it's white with black text. That's what I want. So I think that may end up going right here at the bottom. However, I need to have something behind it, I think. I don't want to just slap it on there by itself. So I have a bunch of circle elements here I could use. I'll look through those. I have more generic ones elsewhere, but these were ones I thought specifically would work well with my photos. And then in this pocket, I found this, and I got all excited about it for a second, thinking it would work. It's actually not a dark black. It's maybe a charcoal gray, but this is definitely not the same. I think I'm going to hold this. I have some other photos when I did the river walk, which was also in the evening. I think it might work better with those. So I have it. I'm just not going to use it right now. All right, I'm definitely using the enjoy this moment, but I found a couple of other things as well. So I have both of these acetate circles, and these are from an Allie Edwards release. I love this one because it's got the city grid happening, and it's green, so it works if I were to cover the grass. It's not super distracting. I mean, you would see it a little over the water, but it's not bad in terms of the pattern interfering with anything here. But I also like this one because it's got green and red, which I have. It also has a little bit of that yellowy orange kind of goldish tone like this map here, which isn't really in here, but I like that it's an offset color. Then I also found this in my package of stuff here, and it's a little more pinky than I thought, but I don't think it's too distracting from this. And when I held it up, just, you know, kind of across from this photo, yeah, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect match, but I don't think it's horrible. And again, it kind of gets toned down a little bit if I put it over here. Plus I'll have the white to offset it. I think I'm going to go with it because I did purposely wait to go here. I've seen Buckingham Fountain before, but always during the day, never gone at night. So I purposely waited till it was dusk, getting darker, and then I could go out to see it fully lit against the sky and the skyline off to the other side. So I think the phrase is definitely appropriate. And so I think I just need to decide which of these circles and I'm going to use for layering, and then how do I want this to work with this. I want to show you something quickly, and that is how the heck am I going to adhere this? Because it's acetate, if you use a tape runner like this, it will show, which it did, and I knew that would happen. But I'm strategically placing it. So either the white sticker or this one will actually go over that, so you won't really see it. A tiny little bit there, but if I maneuver it right, you won't even notice. But that's a cheat on how to do it. I still may put in a staple over here or something once I have everything aligned. I don't know exactly how it's going to look yet, so we'll see. But that's just a way that I can cheat so that I still have some adhesive, but you don't see it. All right, so far this is how I have decided to layer these. I have the circle that I wanted. I decided to do the white on the bottom and then this up top and go pretty close to the edge there just so that they wouldn't be completely even at the edge. I don't like anything too symmetrical, too aligned when it's things like that. Now I'm thinking maybe I want a third thing up here, like a real short phrase maybe that overlaps it, or a star or a heart or something up here. It feels a little blank. So I do have all of these stars. I actually had 2 sets of these chipboard stickers from Ellie's Studio. So I definitely have stars and phrases here that I could use. I'm going to look through there, see if I like anything enough to add it onto here. I decided to actually go with the small blue star because I realized that this matches the sky pretty well. And then it brings that in both top and bottom, which I like. I hadn't thought of that originally, but I really like it now that I see it together. So I have that. And so then I just need to clip off the edge here of the part of the acetate that I don't need. There we go. And that's how that looks. And I don't know, because I have all this, I don't know that I'm going to do anything up here in the sky. So this part is probably done. I think I'm going to do something. I just hope it doesn't turn out to be kind of obnoxious. Because I used that star over there, it got me thinking, what else could I put on this card? Because I like it, but it feels kind of blank. And then I thought, well, why not try to bring in some of that blue since it's in these photos plus here? Well, there's this big boy star here. And I'm really digging it. I love it that it's got the white in the center, but the blue around the outside. However, it's kind of ginormous. It will fit right here. I checked. It's very, very tight if I try to put it up top. So, I mean, I could do it and it would hang out just a little bit. I like it better down here because of that. So I think I'm going to use that in this corner. Now, I do have the other small blue one left here where I could add that up top. Just not sure that I want to. So I'm going to put this one on first and see how I feel. I did decide to add the smaller star so it matches, and I like that they go in kind of a vertical angle here, or not vertical, diagonal. Again, it's early, not enough coffee. They go in a diagonal here, so it leads the eye from one side to the other, which is perfect. I love that the colors all work together, and it lets me use some of this stash since I have 2 of these sets. So I think this one is done. Here's another one finished for Chicago. Thanks for watching.